All right, welcome back to News Sources with me, James Smart, and Dennis Sarigo, your home of fair comments. Now, 3 Ukambani members of parliament have threatened to walk out of the CORD coalition. Reason, the CORD leader Raila Odinga has been shortchanging them, they say. The MPs, Raila has gone against an MOU he signed with Kalonzo Musyoka. Let's take a listen.
Kasarani itakuwa kisirani. There is no way you can say Raila ataachia mtu. Ataachia na we have to get this.
We have said as a community we are going to chart a new political pathway. That is what we are saying. But not with ODM, with partners who have no respect for the community.
Hatuna budi kuto support ama kuunga mkono ile serikali iliyoko.
I am telling ODM to forget about Lower Eastern, period.
I mean, the CORD belongs to ODM. Wiper, we are just there as flower girls. I don't want to be flower girls.
All right, let's pick this conversation from there. Tennis, flower girls, Wiper, flower girls. Shortchanged.
Have they been shortchanged? I don't know. But from the look of things, something is brewing up down from Ukambani. And these Wiper members of parliament have been around for some time now. Some of them, I'm seeing them speak for the first time in media. And it is surprising that if there was an MOU that said Raila Odinga has to run for only 1 term, I don't know which government he has been running for the last 3 years for him to now give it to Kalonzo Musyoka.
Good point.
I think these MPs, I even don't know their names. they should stop just stamping. I think that's what I can advise them. And I've seen some of them in Jubilee functions. There's nothing that they have done for the CORD coalition, you see. And the fact that Raila explained the requirements or the conditions that in the MOU and then said it depended on him becoming president, then there's no MOU that he has disobeyed. But anyway, what they have done is how the politics in this country is run. A year to the elections, you get MPs moving away from the government or from the opposition so that they can have a bigger bargaining power in whatever coalition they want to belong.
Haruko, we forget one simple point, that these are what's called rebel members of parliament, as the report of them coming out.
That is what I was going to say, that this is typical Kenyan journalism. We misrepresent facts every day and just try to create things where they don't exist. Mutambo, we know him. Okay, I mean, not to defend the issue of the MOU.
Yes.
But this crowd or these 3 MPs are totally dishonest because all of them are Jubilee. He is the same guy who has vowed to ditch Wiper for. As a matter of fact, he has been de-whipped from parliamentary committees by Wiper. So he cannot purport to be speaking for Wiper.
If memory serves me right, immediately after the election, he was the MP who was supposed to step down.
Yes.
So that Kalonzo would take his seat.
Yes.
And he refused that put him on it.
Yes. So he has always been working with Jubilee, and the most important thing we need to know, he has been de-whipped from all the committees by Wiper.
So they cannot purport to be working.
So
speaking for the light
the issue of
that
an MOU, I don't think he qualifies. In fact, we don't need to be giving him that airtime called Wiper. Maybe he should speak for his own people and probably the people of Mwenge Central. Maybe we can listen to that.
All right.
And I think historically this is something that we have witnessed in this country. Remember in the early 1990s, Matiba, what happened to Ford. Then we come to what happened to Raila in NAC, Raila and Kibaki. And then the same thing that Uhuru did to Musalia Mudavadi.
Yes.
You see, they also had an agreement.
And Kibaki and Kalonzo.
So to me, these 3 MPs are making a lot of noise, and it's totally bad. It's totally demoralizing when you see that 3 MPs whom we know they have been allied to the ruling coalition, they issue a statement and it becomes a headline
and speak on behalf of
Wiper. You see, they are speaking on behalf of a party which they don't support.
Okay, so let's bring into the conversation Hassan Omar, who's the SG of the party, and a few MPs today, completely, you say, distance themselves from these 3 MPs, saying that if Wiper had any statement to make, it would go through either Wiper SG or the candidate or the chairman. That they have sources. I wonder, Dennis, why was this a story?
I don't know. I have no idea, because rarely do we have members of parliament making headline news in this country. Rarely do they do that, and especially these 3 members of parliament.
Yes.
But I think it is the topical issue in town now. Is called disintegrating. Is called splitting further. That is the question. But for them to make it to headline news today, I saw it in the newspaper stands, and I said, I mean, this is the new level of journalism in this country.
Yes, yes.
Can these 3 members of parliament destabilize an entire Ukambani from the grip of Kalonzo Musyoka? I don't know. Nyambega, are they asking for too much, or they are attention seekers, these 3?
They are more than attention seekers. That's what I can state. But on the issue of CORD, whether CORD is disintegrating, I think this is something that the CORD coalition needs to look at, because this is not the first time we have had rebels within. We had rebels from the Luo community. We are now getting them from Kamba, and of course the cases have been the likes of Onyonga. They have been slowly moving away. So I think the party needs to evaluate its support, control it, and I think they might be affected in parts of Ukambani because of what the already MPs, the 3 MPs, and they also need to look in other parts of the country as far as their support base is concerned.
Oruko, politics of perception or politics of the stomach?
The stomach is more like it. The most important thing is that what did I want to say, really? I forget, but
Say it, Oruko. Say it in 10 seconds.
the issue that actually is the political stomach, because they have been removed from their parties, and therefore they cannot speak for Wiper. So them getting the headline treatment was purely part of a problem. By the way, Raila appeared on a local TV on Sunday, and in his closing remarks, he talked about what you're asking, the issue of discord and CORD, and said it only exists in the mind of Jubilee and the media. And he believes Jubilee is using the media to fund the... You may disagree with that, but there's an element of truth in that statement, because this one is totally out of place.
Indeed, this is not the first time that members of parliament have threatened to ditch political parties that sponsored them to parliament. But things are a bit different with this current constitution. They just can't leave. Or can they, Nyambega?
I think you leave the by-election, and no one is willing to take that political. I'll give you a very good example. The MP for Kitutu Chachi, this is Richard Onyonga. In every function that the president has attended, is the first one to speak. Whether it's in Nyamira or in Nyamira in his Kisii County, he's the first person. He's the first person to talk. But he can't dare say that now I'm leaving ODM to seek re-election from Jubilee.
Why? He should be very popular. Walking around with the president, so
Yeah.
Isn't that a political capital? It should be very popular, but
You see, actually, is exactly not a by-election depends more than just being popular.
And there's a mortgage also.
Yeah, and I think a by and he already has a mortgage, he has a car loan, he has all he's paying for, so he has a lot of things to consider.
Oruko, why can these people leave? Why do they continue threatening people? We will leave tomorrow. We have plans to work with Jubilee or CORD. Why can't they just leave? Pack up and go.
This is the politics of the stomach, as you called it. I think the statements to walk out of CORD are not meant for the CORD audience. They are meant for the Jubilee audience, more specifically the president and the deputy president, so that they sustain these members of parliament for their lifestyles. And ordinarily, an MP will tell you that going to his constituency every weekend costs them about 200,000 for handouts. They want this money.
James, I think the biggest question will be how a big a constituency do these three, for example, command, or Mungaro command down in the coast, for them to keep on threatening people that they want to leave?
before I answer that question, I should remember that Jubilee also has rebels on their ranks.
Very few.
Yes. But they are rebels nevertheless. So hopefully someone, that we, in our constitution, next time when we discuss about how we do our politics, maybe we'll have a transfer window somewhere, between 5 years, and say this is when you can cross, and it's safe for you to cross when you feel you no longer get represented or, in your part of the coalition. But the bigger question about, I think, the political party as it is today is that we just don't enforce rules as they are. We say it very well that if a member of parliament is in parliament, been sponsored and has a ticket for particular, he should be up to the last day in the house, be advancing the cause and the ideology for the party that he should be. So it's surprising that we accept now to have members of parliament across the political divide to be essentially lone wolves or Lone Rangers saying whatever they want to say and appearing not to advance any part of. I don't think that's the best way to put together a democracy or a young democracy like Kenya to move it forward. We are essentially, I think, sponsoring anarchy and chaos, because this is the template that we've built, and it's going to continue for the next so many years until we have another forum of discussing and agreeing how we run our politics. That's the danger, I think, from where I sit.
Yeah, and agree. And that chaos is attractive to our rulers, so that they prey on it to maintain status quo.
Emeka, 20 seconds or less.
What I love to say is that the MPs, by them coming out strongly and getting headlines, it's also a wake-up call to the CORD coalition, because the CORD coalition has been losing support in some parts of the country, and there's this tendency, or there's been this tendency of various members of parliament from various regions. Look at Coast, look at Northeastern, look at Eastern, look at Nyanza, look at Western, moving towards the government. What can the CORD coalition do to that?
I have to cut it short because we can now be joined by Joe Mutambu, the Member of Parliament for Mboni, who's on the line. Good evening, sir. Thank you very much for joining and agreeing to talk to us this evening. Let me just start asking you, your Secretary General of the party today has said that you have absolutely no power, no authority whatsoever to purport to speak for Wiper Democratic Movement. How do you react to that?
One, let me tell the so-called party Secretary General that he is a refugee to Wiper. This man came running to Wiper at night when he was chased away from ODM. So he has no moral value to talk about Wiper. He do not know where Wiper came from, where it was hushed, who are the real financiers of Wiper. We are the owners of Wiper. I would say I, Joe Mutambu, I am one of the most strong supporters of Wiper. Hassan Omar is not a supporter of Wiper in any way. He has contributed zero to Wiper, not even in terms of ideology. So when he says that somebody is not talking on behalf of Wiper, what I can tell you, Hassan Omar is just a refugee in Wiper, and he is just waiting for the bell to ring, and he will run to ODM. So that is an ODM member.
Mr. Mutambu,
I cannot answer, I cannot talk to Hassan Omar when it comes to matters of...
Mr. Mutambu, this is Dennis Onsarigo, your good friend. If Hassan Omar is a refugee in your own camp and you're the resident, and you've been a flower girl in this CORD coalition thing, why don't you move yesterday to Jubilee to become the altar boy?
Listen, what we are saying is faith. What we are saying is faith. And it is not ODM to set up the rules. It is upon all of us to say this is what we want. And we said that before an engagement. There were terms of engagement. And those terms of engagement must be respected. And if you cannot respect the terms of engagement, then that engagement becomes obsolete. And
Mheshimiwa, I think, and rightly so, that you are a very popular member of parliament from Ukambani. If you have the following, and if it's your conviction that you need to move, I asked you this a few seconds ago, why don't you pack and leave and then force a by-election?
From where? Pack and leave what?
Pack and leave. Just leave. Just leave yesterday and run to Jubilee and run for office.
The question is, where we are, I am comfortable in Wiper, I am comfortable in Ukambani. The only thing what I need is that the numbers we bring in the court to be appreciated. And if it is not appreciated, then we are not moving forward together come 2017. That is what we are saying.
Okay,
I'm not a member of parliament courtesy of CORD. I am a member of parliament courtesy of people of Mwingi Central. And we brought with ourselves that richness from Kamba community.
Mheshimiwa, that's a very good point to make. So the question then that people are asking, the people of Mboni, they have faith in you.
No, not Mboni.
Mwingi Central. Mwingi Central. Yes. They love you. They put you in office, and the issue of Wiper or CORD is neither here nor there. Why is it difficult for you to say, well, I will go back to them and seek a fresh mandate? Since
Mandate from where? Nobody has, I mean, I have no problem with my party. My party is Wiper. I have no problem. I have a problem with coalition. There is a difference. There is no party called CORD. CORD is a coalition.
Mheshimiwa,
My party, which sponsored me to.
Mheshimiwa, let me ask you.
It's called Wiper.
Mheshimiwa,
Yes.
are you suggesting that you've not been de-whipped by your party?
Which party?
Wiper, you've not been de-whipped from
Wiper
you.
is not de-whipped me.
Who has de-whipped you?
It is just a funny letter which was written by court, and for me, for your information, I still sit in those committees.
Mheshimiwa, are you speaking on behalf of your party leader, Kalonzo
I
Musyoka?
am speaking on behalf of the people I lead. I was elected.
Are you speaking on behalf of your party leader, Kalonzo Musyoka?
And listen. It is
I'm listening, Mheshimiwa.
It is the views of 30,000 people, views of another 30,000 people, views of another 25,000 people, which brings together the number and increase the number of the members of CORD. And
Right.
it has to be respected.
Mheshimiwa, let me bring in Ibrahim Aruko from the Star. He has a question for you.
Yes.
How are you?
Good.
I think I first saw you when you were a football commentator on Metro TV.
Yes. I've been so many things.
Sasa, now,
Yes.
we know that the affairs of CORD are managed through a coordinating committee, of which one Johnson Mudhama represents Wiper.
No. Let me tell you.
Yeah, no, listen first, Mheshimiwa.
Let me tell you. Don't tell me
Listen.
Mheshimiwa, good listeners are also good speakers.
Mheshimiwa, listen to me.
Are not in Wiper.
I'm saying,
Purely, he worshipped ODM.
He worships ODM, but is a member of the coordinating committee for CORD coalition.
Mudhama came to Wiper last minute, just like Omar.
so why can't Wiper remove?
We were driving bus.
Why can't-
What I'm defending my good party Wiper.
So why can't Wiper remove him from chairing the committee?
Mheshimiwa, I asked you, are you speaking on behalf of your party leader, Kalonzo Musyoka?
I have my constitutional right and my democratic right to speak my mind. Mr. and the Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka has his own democratic right to speak his mind. We have freedom of speech, we have freedom of expression, and that is what I'm exercising.
Okay, Mheshimiwa.
And it is in this
Mheshimiwa, one final question, 30 seconds or less. Mheshimiwa Kalonzo Musyoka is being challenged by Governor Alfred Mutua. Who between the two do you support?
Sorry?
Between Alfred Mutua and Kalonzo Musyoka, between the two, who do you
No, you
support?
cannot match the two. Mutua is a governor. Kalonzo is vying for the presidency. I don't know why you bring in the two. They have no match. Mutua has got his business in Machakos. Kalonzo has his business nationwide. Unless you want to bring Kalonzo down and you want to elevate Mutua. But those are two different things. You cannot say you are going to support Mutua. I can support Mutua to be governor. I will support Kalonzo to be the president. What's wrong with that?
Mheshimiwa, asante sana for your time, and looking forward to speaking to you next time. Asante.
Karibu, asante sana. I'm so happy.
Thank you very much.
And
Yesterday opposition leaders were tear-gassed while paying a visit to victims of Huruma building tragedy. Tonight we have exclusive footage of police officers overstepping their mandate while controlling crowds. Just take a look.
Jesus. Right. Shocking footage. 10 seconds, Saruko.
Yeah,
10 seconds.
this is a culmination of last week before the university was closed. We saw this kind of image, police beating people brutally. This is the same. I have said before, I think it was yesterday, that we have seen the police that has gone back in time as a tool for control by the powers that be.
10 seconds.
I think this is sad, it's mad, it's beyond being reasonable.
Dennis?
And
10 seconds cannot describe this kind of madness being displayed by the National Police Service. And I mean, why should policemen clobber an harmless woman or aim their guns at crowds who are not posing any danger their way?
Okay, we asked you if the revival of collapsed industries is being used as a campaign strategy for Jubilee government. 76% of you think absolutely yes. 24% say you're not there. These news sources, Dennis Onsarigo and Sim Smart. Thank you very much.